can get started. Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming. Oh, Dave Fisher entered the waiting room again. Should I?
Oh, here, perfect. Now I got it on my laptop.
Okay, perfect, cool. All right, so I'm just so grateful today to have some support. The last couple of calls I've just led by myself, which can feel like, a lot of pressure. It usually makes me a little bit nervous, but I felt so much better today knowing that I had some support. So just to kind of give you a rundown of what we're going to be doing, we're just going to start off with some introductions. So I would love for you all to just share who you are, something that you would love for us to know about you, and then just something that you're celebrating. And so it doesn't even have to be like an achievement or a milestone or anything like that. It can really just be anything good that's happened to you lately, maybe like a synchronicity or something like that that's popped up. So after that, we are going to have Eric lead us through a meditation. And then after that, I would love for you all just to kind of feel free to share anything that came up for you after the meditation. And then Vicheth is going to lead us through a water blessing. So if you don't have like a glass of water, a bottle of water or anything, go ahead and get one of those now, just so that you're ready. And then at the end of the call, if there's still time, I want to make sure we keep this to an hour, but I will just pull an oracle card for us, really just kind of for fun, and to give us something to reflect on afterwards. But just so that I don't put anyone on the spot, I will do my introduction first, and then I am just going to go in order of who is on my screen. So that's Alex, then Eifer, then V, then Eric, and then Dave. And I think that's probably the order that you guys popped on. And so I think that makes sense and gives us a little bit of flow. So I'm Shannon. I'll keep this short and sweet because I think you guys already all know me pretty well. I think something that I would love for you to know about me, though, is that I think a big part of my purpose in life is really just to lift people up and to bring people together. People like you who are open-hearted, open-minded. I definitely feel like I have a knack for making friends with anybody, with all different kinds of people. And so rather than like teaching anything, I just really feel like with these calls, my purpose is to bring you all together and to connect you with people who you might be able to resonate with in some way. Maybe you guys will help each other in some way, but just so that we can come together and celebrate and share some of our experiences. And of course, to celebrate the full moon, it's always just such a nice reminder to look up in the sky and see this big bright full moon. No matter what kind of season of life we're going through, there's always something to celebrate, a lesson to be learned. And so when we're really intentional about seeking that kind of stuff out, I think it can really just help us to feel better. So and I guess lastly, I'm celebrating having some support from some fellow spiritual leaders. So thank you guys so much all for being here. And I'm going to pass the torch over to Alex.
What was the first thing we had to say?
Oh, just say your name and something that you would love for us to know about you and something you're
Okay,
celebrating.
I got it. I got the second half. Okay, I'm Alex, and one thing I'd like you to all know about me is I've been trying to read every day, novels, like physical papers. So I'm proud of that I've been doing it. And then one thing I'm celebrating is I officially started my first nonprofit client, and it is an animal shelter from my hometown where I grew up.
Yay. And I guess I should just add, I would love for you to share why that is something that you're celebrating. Just one more little thing to add
Um, because I feel like I'm giving back again. When I was a young kid, pre-college, I used to do a lot of volunteering work through the Boy Scouts and church and everything. And ever since I haven't as much. Shannon has been, I've been tagging along in a lot of her volunteering and whatnot, and now I have a little bit on my own. So I'm starting back up again.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you for all of that too. Thank you. All right, Eifer.
Hi everyone, my name is Eifer, and something about me that I would like all of you to know about. I am Turkish and my name means moonlight. I am very
Aww.
spiritual, and I love being surrounded with people who are also like in their spiritual journey. And what I'm celebrating these days are community. I have this community in the Bay Area in San Francisco, and I have 2 birthday parties I'm going tonight to celebrate and be with friends and dance. So yeah, life is good.
Thank you so much. Okay, V.
Okay, my name's Vicheth Im, nickname V. I've been an organic farmer for the past 10 years. When I was going through a transition and shit hit the fan in my life, and we knew that we were going to lose land, and my partner was going through some stuff. I dived into my spirituality. Before being spiritual and having my awakening, I knew that I was obsessed with paranormal shows and I believed in past lives, and that was it. And so during my awakening and everything like that, I did go to Mia Magic Witch School. I learned more the history of witchcraft and how it ties with the earth and everything. I'm like, holy shit, I think I'm a witch. Sorry, I swear. So I was like, so it all came together and it just led me to like I had no idea I was going to end up in Hawaii to enhance my belief in magic, and that whole experience was just so magical, waking up to the island where people talked about fairies and like people believed in like mystical things. I'm like, it like altered my reality. I'm like, wow. So when I came back from the island back to mainland, I was like an alien. I felt like an alien. Like, what did I just experience? And in DCI, I saw the advertisement. It was just perfect because it like helped me jump into like a 5D community. And the first person that I connected with was Emily, that was living on island. And I had a like had a practice session with her, and I just remember her saying, oh, I felt called to bring this book, and it was I Am Lemuria. I'm like, holy shit, I was told I lived in Lemuria in Hawaii. So it was like so magical. And a win is for me is I was talking about money wounds in my last Dharma full moon circle, I mean, with you guys. And I just took on like my first like Reiki student, and he's like, I need to pay you. And I'm practicing receiving more, and I am getting paid for some of my work more. So, and I did do a spreadsheet on finances and everything like that. So just getting an understanding and like not putting things under the rug. So I'm getting there.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing all of that. So I am just so happy to hear that you've like taken some of the things we talked about from last time and you know made some progress there. But I also love Mia Magic, and I have to ask you more about which school later. So
Oh, yeah,
thank you.
like we can talk on the phone for hours, me and you.
I know it could go on for a while. Okay, Eric, are you ready to share a little bit about yourself with us?
Erico is present. I'm here.
Erico.
Okay, Erico. I'm here in beautiful Kauai. Speaking of fairies, we have a nice little fairy portal going on right here.
Oh
Super sacred
my God.
location. And I got my fairy
Oh,
shirt on. My friend in
oh my
Sedona made
God.
this shirt.
I'm sorry. I'm
So
melting.
you
I'm
can,
too happy right now.
after the call, purchase a fairy shirt. She would love it. Her name is Lightstar, lightstarcreations.com. Plug, what
Okay,
up?
I would love to connect. You don't
Okay,
understand. I've been
celebrating.
looking for them since I was little. I wanted them to be real, and they came to me as an adult. I don't know why, but I wanted them to be real so bad my whole childhood and growing up.
All right, so what else? Celebrating. I'm just celebrating being here. In Kauai, there's a beautiful Hindu monastery by where I live, and they actually have a book in there, the Lemurian Scrolls. So it's like the history of
Wow.
Lemuria and all that good stuff. And they also have the largest single-pointed quartz crystal in the world.
Oh,
So
cool.
that is at their temple, and just celebrating being here because it's a very awesome place.
Thank you.
Wow.
And thank you for being here with us in this virtual space too and bringing that mana all the way
Of
from Hawaii.
course.
So thank you.
My pleasure.
And Dave, last but not least, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself and something you're celebrating?
You're mute.
Oh,
Dave,
Dave,
Dave's
you
muted.
are muted.
Whoops. Hey everyone. So my name's Dave. I'm a good friend of Shannon and Alex's. Something I want to share with you all is that I'm working on a nonprofit. The idea is just to promote positivity online. Started with seeing a need in the gaming and online in general, but more so with gaming, but just a need for people to have a space to come together and treat themselves with respect and uplift each other. So that's basically the idea right now of just bringing people together through gaming and sharing not only our skills with gaming, but whatever our passions are. So that's my goal at the moment, is building my nonprofit. Something I'm celebrating is we just hit 100 members last week, so I'm definitely celebrating that. This is very cool. And what else? What else am I supposed to share?
I guess why that is something that you're celebrating. Why does that all feel so meaningful to you right now?
I would say because we've only been going for 6 months, and I at first it was very person to person, and it still is, but it's cool to see that other people are inviting people in. It's not just myself, and to see that it must mean something to certain people if they're saying, "Oh, I'm having a good time here," and they're going out of the way to bring their friends, and it makes it feel like it's real, like like we're making a difference.
Oh my gosh, you're definitely making a difference, and congratulations. That's like a huge milestone, and I'm not surprised because I can just hear, every time you talk about it, even from the very beginning, you just have so much passion and you really light up about it. So it makes sense that you are attracting people who would want to be a part of something like that. So thank you. Well, I want to make sure that we have time for everything. So I'm going to ask Erico to lead us through a meditation, and this is totally led by him. I have no real input here. I'm excited to see what you share with us. But before you do, I would love for you to just briefly tell us about your experience and your kind of journey with meditation and how it's kind of helped you on your healing journey, if you wouldn't mind.
Absolutely. Let's see. Started meditating when I was 19 or maybe 18. I was very sick at the time, so sort of learned on the job, I guess you would say. The meditation that I generally use as a base is Theravada Buddhist meditation. That's like the traditional teachings of the Buddha. There's many, forms of Buddhism, Mahayana. Generally, I gravitate towards Theravada. It's very simple, it's very direct, and it works every time. So I've been doing that for 15, 16 years, I guess. And then also along the way, I've picked up a lot of other, like I said, there's a Hindu temple here. So it's my most recent endeavor, learning how they do things. It's actually very similar. There's a lot of overlap between Hinduism and Buddhism. Hinduism is there's more God worship and taking in the energy from certain deities to help transform certain aspects of your life. Whereas Buddhism is more karmic based, I guess. There's not so much worshiping. It would just be more taking action. So, is that good, Shannon? Or did I say enough?
Yeah, no, that was wonderful. Thank you. And yeah, feel free to just go ahead and
Take it
tell us
over?
what to do. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm interested to see what we do too, because I don't know until we start doing it. So just tune in. Everybody can take a couple deep breaths, just sort of relax. If your body, if there's a certain way you can sit that's more comfortable than another way, this would be a good time to move your body just so you're completely comfortable in your seat. Just move your shoulders around a little bit. You can even tense, like if there's a certain part of your body that's more tense than others, you can tense the muscles really tight, like my feet are a little tight. So I'm tensing them. Take a deep breath and release. And just feel that release. Feel the calm and the relaxation spreading up my legs, up my torso. Take another deep breath. Releasing the jaw, letting my head sort of swivel on my neck so my neck is nice and relaxed. Feeling my eyebrows, my eyelids relaxing, the forehead relaxing, tensing my forehead a little bit and releasing, just to get some extra relaxation there. Take another breath, see it coming as white light up through the crown of your head. And then all the way as you exhale down to your feet, seeing white light like a wave through your body, just clearing and releasing any tension. So a theme that I thought of, or that's come up in the spiritual community, there's something called the violet flame. And it is a real thing, maybe, because if you don't know for yourself, then it's not real yet. But at the very least, it's a powerful imaginary, the imagination is very powerful. And so you can almost look at this as an imaginary exercise we're going to do to clear a little bit, clear our emotional body, our auric field, and it should bring us deeper into relaxation. So what you're going to do, the violet flame, it's like a type of fire. Imagine a fire in your mind, right in front of you. And fire is very purifying. And instead of imagining it as a normal type of fire, you'll see the flame as violet. So like a nice light purple color. You can just see that right in front of your body right now. You could even imagine it like and it purifies in all spiritual dimensions. So I'm imagining that fire right in front of me and really feel it. Feel the purple. Purple is a very spiritual color that's going to connect you to whatever the divine is to you, whatever your God is, whatever your beliefs are. Allow this fire to sweep over your body and feel the purple and the heat burning away all impurities. Take a deep breath. So imagine the fire getting larger. So first, maybe it was only affecting my heart and my torso. I feel that flame cleansing and purifying. Now the flame's getting larger. It's moving up to my shoulders. Keep breathing. Take a deep breath. And on the inhale, imagine that violet purifying energy coming into your body, your heart, or wherever your body needs it. And really tune into your body right now. And if there's any emotions or thoughts coming up, especially if they're negative, see if you can find a spot in the body where they're manifesting. So for instance, I have the purple flame in front of me and I feel a little bit of tension in my stomach. And I'm looking at the thought that is related to that tension. It's perhaps a little bit of nervousness or just the fatigue from my daily life. So I'm really going into that sensation, the tightness in my stomach. And I'm letting that purple violet energy come right into my stomach. And I'm watching it swirl around. Use your imagination. Just purifying. We're not trying to get rid of the emotion or the feeling. We're just dousing it with that purple energy. So you can almost imagine the energy surrounding the feeling in your body, wherever that tension or pain is. Take a moment to do that now. Just keep breathing. Nice deep from the abdomen, deep breath. And as you're imagining and seeing this purple flame get more and more vivid, allow it to take over your entire body and just keep letting it fill you. I'm going to repeat a few mantras for us to assist in the clearing. So I'm going to use the word God, but don't take this as a belief. It's just, you can use the word divine or infinite light, whatever the higher power is to you. If it's yourself, you can replace the word God with, myself. So keep breathing, keep letting that light, the purple light, flow through you. Just going to repeat some mantras for it. God, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves. Please help us all forgive each other and forgive ourselves. For all humanity, all life in all forms in existence right now and throughout all time, Divine, please help us all forgive each other and forgive ourselves. Please help us all love each other and love ourselves. Please help us all be at peace with each other and be at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you. Keep breathing. Let the light, imagine that light anchored in your body. I'm anchoring in my lower abdomen. Do one more round of affirmations. Let's all forgive each other and forgive ourselves, please. For myself, my lineage, all humanity, the earth, and all life throughout all time. God, please help us all love each other and love ourselves. Forgive each other and forgive ourselves. Be at peace with each other and be at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you. Okay. Keep imagining that light in front of you. Filling your entire body. Try to make it more real in your mind until you can feel it almost crackling like electricity as it moves through you. With the intention of love, gentleness. It's a very gentle, calming violet light. I'll just ask at this time that the land of Kauai and this beautiful portal that I'm on fill every participant on this call. Please heal us in any way that best serves us and all those we come in contact with and our life purpose. Fill us with your light, your love, your calm, and your success. Please allow us to be blessed with your abundance, the abundance that the earth has always been and is always known. Please let that move into us and shower over us and fill us completely. And all humanity, please fill all of us with that, and all life and all universes. Fill us with your love, your kindness, your goodness, and your purity. So take another breath and really feel that coming into you now. can start bringing your awareness back into the room where you're at, or the area. Just feel your body. Just wiggling my toes a little bit to relax them. Moving my shoulders. Letting that energy flow through me. So let it flow through you. Just start coming back to your everyday reality outside of this meditation. Take another breath, open your eyes. Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody had anything come up that they'd like to share? I'll just tell you, I'll start, I guess. I was just able to, there's a lot of calming energy that came through for me. And I was a little bit nervous before the meditation. I never know what I'm going to talk about before I start. So sometimes that can be a little nerve-wracking. So that's been quite eased. And there's a lot of light from this particular environment that came through that I was able to see. I was able to feel all of you guys, and it felt like it was going pretty well. So I hope you all enjoyed that. It was my pleasure to lead you. Thank you for letting me have that experience with you.
Thank you so much, Eric. I definitely needed some healing today, and that was just so beautiful. I don't want to take up too much time. If there's anyone else that would like to share anything that came through, I'll let you guys go ahead before I continue on. I know I can be very long-winded sometimes.
I can go next. I was just yawning. I don't even know how many times I yawned. Like my eyes were watering, and I guess that's just how I'm like releasing energy. So that was really good. Yeah, I really felt the energy and just the flames, and it was great. Thank you so much.
I've had that happen where, like, if the eyes water, it can almost be like a release. So that definitely sounds familiar. Thank you for sharing.
Like when my eyes were closed, like I think you said the electricity, I could see like go across like my eyes, like this kind of like wave. But right at the
That's
beginning,
awesome.
that was crazy towards the end. But at the beginning, my headphones like cut out, and I thought you muted or something. So I kind of like turned them off, and V, behind you, your light was going off and on, off and on.
Oh, really?
And on.
I didn't even know that because my eyes are closed.
Yeah, and everyone's eyes were closed, and I was the only one seeing it. I didn't want to like cut in, but it was literally your one light was like off and on, and I'm like, I gotta get back in, so I just went back in. But it was like, holy shit!
Supernatural. That's what's up.
That's awesome.
Those fairies are coming through.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
flying. So
Yeah,
I just
Thank
think
you,
it's
Shannon. That was
so
awesome.
beautiful and cool that you don't prepare. I am someone who maybe over prepares for things sometimes, and I've noticed that that can take me out of the moment. And I just really want to just like tell you how awesome it is and kind of give you some praise and recognition for being able to just kind of tap into our energy and lead us through something, being so present and just really offering what you feel like was meant to be shared in that moment. So, and also I
Thank you,
want to make
Shannon.
sure you guys all reach out if you would like Eric to share like a meditation like this with you or a group that you have. This is something that he's been doing for such a long time. And so I'm happy that I could introduce him to all of you and all of you to each other. And before we move on to anything else, is there anyone else that wanted to share anything?
Just thank you. The fact that you were in Hawaii in a fairy portal wearing a fairy shirt was like I was like melting. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Okay. Like no one knows how excited I was. But like, and then you were leading the meditation. I was just like, I could see the earth and like I felt a calmness in my heart and like when you were talking about forgiveness and everything like that, I feel like that's like a big thing that I need to still work on. So
Me too.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Thank
I'm
you.
echoing everybody else. I felt very serene. My eyes were watering. It and just the energy that was there was very calming. So yeah, thank you for that. It was very nice.
Thank you, David.
And if anyone doesn't know, Eric is my first cousin, actually,
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
on my dad's side. So he's
Nice.
my older brother.
Uncle Randy.
They got the family.
Yeah.
Shout out to Randy. What up?
Yeah. I was with my parents today. So
Nice.
Yeah, and speaking of Alex being with his parents, I think something that I would just love to share why that resonated so much with me, and I could really use some healing today. And I loved, Eric, that you were like focusing on that sensation in your stomach. I felt kind of like a little bit of a knot in my belly all day today. I felt a little extra like emotional and a little bit sad. So our kitty cat, he's 17. He just recently lost his vision. And so it's really been like breaking my heart all week. And because of our houses being on Airbnb, we had to take Sunny to Alex's parents today. And I'm just like missing him, and I could definitely feel like a little bit of nervousness or like anxiety in my stomach from just thinking about him and hoping that he's comfortable and he's okay, and definitely feeling a little bit, I know Alex and I have been on the same page, like we're feeling a little bit selfish for having our houses, renting them out and kind of taking him out of his environment. And so it just feels good to be able to release some of that and to not necessarily like shove it down or ignore it, but just to kind of cleanse that energy and acknowledge it. So thank you. And yes, V, if you're ready, I would love for you to go ahead and lead us through the next portion of our full moon celebration, which is a water blessing.
Oh, how am I gonna top this one? Okay, so so if everyone has their water, this technique I learned is I trained with Daniel Raphael that calls himself a wizard, Mia Magic that calls himself a witch. Also I work with a local shaman, and I'm also a Reiki master. So it's just this water blessing is everything combined and all good intentions, of course, for everyone in the group. So if you guys have your water, you can like put it next to you. And what I want to do is have you guys all envision all our waters being just one big vessel of glass. And we're all going to put all our intentions, anything that we hope for, anything that we need to release, it can set aside, but any good intentions, it's all swimming in this big vessel of water all together. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call in a circle. I'm calling an ethel, visible circle surrounding all of us, and only light may enter, only light may emerge. I call on to the north, the east, the south, the west, up high, below, and within. And if anyone resonates with fairies like me or angelic beings, dragons have come through for me when I came back in mainland when I needed some strength. And any deities that you work with, call them in. Any ancestors with good intentions, welcome them into this space. Only love and light may enter, only love and light may emerge. I'm someone that resonates with the elements. So definitely I want to offer thanks to the waters that helps hold our emotions, the air that we breathe, Thank you for that. Oh, just the air that we breathe. Thank you so much for that. The fire that helps us, ignites our soul and transform our spirit, that reminds us that we're all connected to something so much bigger than ourselves. And right now, I'm using long distance Reiki to charge this vessel of water. And then when you're ready, I welcome you to take your first sip. And you can sip it throughout the day, the week. Some people do it until the next new moon. But your water is blessed. And thank you so much for inviting me to this circle today.
Thank you so much. Vicheth shared that with me during a new moon call that she was hosting, and it was just so sweet. And I felt like such a nice way to kind of keep the energy that we've cultivated in, you know, gatherings like this, and keep them with us, and kind of take them into the rest of our day. I think I just finished mine that day. I just soaked it all up. But thank you. And I just want to open up the floor before we wrap up, to anyone else. Is there anything that maybe you need some support with? Anything else that you would like to share, before I pull an oracle card for us?
I'm feeling called to share something, and it's just like, I guess, in theme with this Hawaiian, just energy I'm just kind of feeling, but it's a Hawaiian meditation. It's a prayer. It's called the Ho'oponopono, and it's a prayer of just forgiveness. And it's just 4 parts, and it's very simple, and it helps you kind of like going through the steps of, you know, recognition and release. And the first part of it is, I'm sorry. So just, you know, taking that recognition that you might be something that you feel sorry about. And the second step is, please forgive me. So asking for that forgiveness. The second part is, I thank you. So now thanking for receiving that forgiveness. And the final step is, I love you, which is bringing that all together. So again, those 4 steps are, please forgive, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. And it's just a really simple meditation that you can bring in at any time whenever you feel like you need to, you know, shed some light on yourself and on others. It's like a full 4 steps for forgiveness.
Thank you so much. I'll definitely be using that. And I'm going to turn my light on really quick. It's getting a little dark in here.
It is. The full moon's coming out.
Okay. Excuse me. Thank you, guys. I've had a cough for a few weeks now, so I'm hoping that I can take some of this healing energy from this call, and maybe that will start to clear up. But okay, so I will just be pulling a card from my Gaia deck, and this one is just super simple. It comes with a little affirmation to share at the end, and before I pull that, I'm just gonna light some Palo Santo to kind of clear the energy from the deck, and just welcome in all of the love and light that we've cultivated together. And I just want to thank you all so much, because you all add so much value to these gatherings, and it's just so nice to share this space with you. And I want to welcome all of you. If there's ever anything that you want to share with us, please just let me know, and we can definitely plan ahead. We also don't have to plan. It can be in the moment as well. So thank you.
And thank you, Shannon, for bringing us all together.
Thank
Oh,
you. This
thank
was
you
lovely.
so much. Okay. I'll just give these a little shuffle. Hey, thinking of you. 29, a loving thought, serendipity. So I'm going to find it in here and I'll just read to you from the guidebook. This card is confirmation that someone you have been thinking of is also thinking of you. It may be someone who has passed away or a living friend, family member, or loved one. Our thoughts and feelings are energy, frequencies, or wavelengths that transcend space and time. We all transmit and receive information through our thoughts and feelings. It makes no difference whether someone is near or far, alive or has passed away. We are subconsciously in constant communication with those we think about and love. Having heard this, you probably imagine your thoughts traveling through space and time. However, in actuality, nothing really travels anywhere. This is because energetically or spiritually, there is no separation in the first place. We are all interconnected and ultimately one, eternally held within an ocean of divine love. The great cosmic ocean of life is as vast and endless as we can imagine it to be. And at the same time, it can be smaller than the smallest particle. In our affirmation, all I love lives forever in my heart. I am one with all humanity. I am one with all creation. I am in constant communication with everyone. Time and space are real only when I believe they are. I could not have thought of a better way to sum up everything that we talked about. So
That was beautiful.
that was perfect. Anyone want to share like how that resonated at all? I think there were like so many exact words that we had like talked about throughout. So I thought that was perfect, but I would love to open up the floor to all of you if there's anything that you'd like to say before we say goodbye.
Yeah, I love that, how the mantra, like, everyone I love lives with me forever, or like we are one. Because we are, and there's just so much that we don't understand, but starting to understand in this like journey of like consciousness. We're becoming more conscious, and fairies or like beings that are not seen are there and real. And I think knowing that is a good thing. You know, there's nothing to be scared or afraid of. They're there. It's just like we all can tap into that energy, get help and guidance, and it's just a wonderful thing. So it's a great card. Yeah.
Oh, so nice. Yes, we're together all the time. And it even said something like that Eric mentioned during the meditation, you know, when he talked about the fire and how it's real, but only if we really believe that it's real. And what does this say?
Yes.
Time and space are real only when I believe they are.
Yes, I love that.
And the ocean of love, after we did our water blessing and really gave thanks to the water and all of our water, we you know, visualized as being one. I just thought that was so perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. And I know that actually went faster than I expected. It's only 20 after 8, but I will let you go. I know that time is valuable and that we all, well, if you believe they're real, but I know you guys do.
There is no time.
In this 3D physical reality, you do all have places to be. So thank you so much. And thank you, Eric, for like using your data and not being like on Wi-Fi. He's just out, you know, using up all of his data so that he could be in a sacred space to guide us.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
All good. It was
Thank
well
you.
worth it.
Yes, and I hope that you all connect and stay in touch, and just let me know if you need anyone's information or anything, and I'll pass it along.
Yeah, this was
Thanks,
great.
Shannon.
Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank
If you guys ever want to reach out for my nonprofit, we're on Instagram. It's Golden Order. Simple as that. PGH, because we're in Pittsburgh. And we have a Discord server. If you play any games, come game with us or just come hang out. But once again, just thank you, Shannon. Thank you to all of you for sharing your stories. This was a very healing and very good use of my time, because I think maybe I might be the only person who in the beginning was like, oh, let me hop on this call. You think Zoom, it gives you the PTSD of like going back to the office, but this was nothing like that. It was very grounding, and I'll definitely think about this the rest of the night and until the next full moon. So thank you very much. This was very, very
Oh
nice.
my gosh. It was so lovely to have you. Thank you for coming. I know I kind of reminded you all maybe at the last minute. I'm never too sure if you get the emails. I think a lot of the time they go to spam. But I love, Dave, that you just shared how to get in touch. And since I recorded this and I am going to be sharing a replay, would you guys all just quickly like to share the best way to get in touch with you, in case there's someone else that watches later on that wants to reach out?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess Instagram is the best way for me too. So my handle is Moonlight Express, my name, and then Express. That was my Burning Man name a few years ago, and then became my Instagram handle. But yeah, you can find me there.
And your birth name in Turkish. Moonlight.
Yes. Yeah. Moonlight. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm just Awakened Farmer at Instagram, and you can find me that way. And basically just share my vulnerability of building my business. I haven't launched yet. It's just like, this is what I'm going through. So, but when I launch and I figure out like how I want my logo to be and how I want to show up, I'm excited. But Shannon the Good Witch, I love everything you're doing with your marketing and everything, and I can't wait to watch you grow and everyone grow in this group.
Thank you so much. I could learn a lot from you too, because I'm not as great at just showing up vulnerably. And, like I said, that's something that I really want to work on, and not always feeling like I have to be so prepared. So thank you. We can all learn a lot from each other.
ERICMSHOFF@gmail. Can you guys see that? That's a cool little, I don't know if you can see it back there.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Cool landscape.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Is
so
it warm?
beautiful over there. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's probably
goodness.
like 80.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Let's go to Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah, next
It's a
time
lot
we'll do this
warm.
in person in Hawaii.
Yeah,
We'll all get
exactly.
there.
Oh, can you imagine that? Let's plant the seeds.
Yes, we're manifesting.
Manifest.
Yes, manifesting is
We're
real.
claiming that.
We got to start that commune.
Yes, there you
Al the
go.
Alchemist, do you want to share the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, sure. Al the Alchemist on Instagram. That's easiest for me.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you guys so much. I love you all, my little moonbeams. Thank you so much for sharing your
Thank
time
you so
and energy with
much.
us.
Yeah.
Okay. Mwah.
Thanks, everyone.
Happy full
Take
moon.
care.
See you
Happy
soon.
full moon.
Happy
Bye.
full moon. Bye.
Bye-bye.